Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk about the performance of Tangzu Waner 2, Koss KSC75 and SalNotes Zero on the desktop computer. Last time we discussed these things and tested them on the mobile phone. But today I already have tested them on a desktop and I am going to give you my honest opinion on whether you should get any of those if you are planning to use them with a laptop or a desktop. Last time I remember I tested Tangzu Waner 2 with a mobile phone and it sounds amazing. It won that competition. It literally blew off SalNotes Zero, at least in my opinion, because I do like a little brighter sound, more sparkly treble. But it was amazing. I loved it and I still love it. Whenever I use my phone and I want to listen to music, I go ahead and connect my Tangzu 1 or 2 and I listen to it and I feel very happy. Now, I did try it on a desktop, uh, and honestly, it didn't perform so well like it does on a mobile phone. I think the reason for that is the desktop drivers and the desktop hardware for audio is different, and they are not optimized for that real tech hardware. They're more optimized for phones, so they work amazing on phones. Uh, Actually, the sound was not as pristine, as full. The soundstage also seemed very smaller than even on the phone. So I am not impressed. I totally feel I wouldn't recommend Tangzu 1 or 2 for desktop use. I tried also using it in games to see if the directional audio is good. You know, some people like to play games and on desktop, and maybe it can help them become better at games by helping them with the directional cues of footsteps and gunshots. But it's very inaccurate. I found it very inaccurate. So I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced at all that you can use Tangzu 1 or 2 for gaming. Movies are a difficult thing to drive for IEMs on a desktop anyway, so I wouldn't recommend it there. Also, I tested it with few trailers and few movies, but yeah, it was not cinematic experience at all. It was pretty normal. In fact, you can get that sound quality with anything less than $10, and then this wouldn't be special at all. And for the sal notes also, it is the same result because they are both IEMs after all, and both of them performed equally bad. Sorry about the notification. Both of them performed equally bad. I don't even want to show you these things like in my hand, yeah, but here, this thing on a desktop, no. For music, no. For gaming, no. For movies, no. I did, however, try to improve them, try to use the DAC and see if they do better. Well, the DAC does improve them slightly, gives them more fuller sound, but it doesn't make them automatically amazing. Like they are listenable at that point. I don't know if listenable is even a word, but yeah, they are. You can listen to them using a DAC, but without the DAC, you probably won't even want to listen to them. So that's the difference. Does it help in correcting the gaming accuracy? No, it doesn't. Does it help in movies? Yes, a little bit it does help with the movies, makes them more fuller, but still not cinematic, nothing dramatic, nothing to make you wow. So yeah, I would not recommend even SalNotes Zero on a desktop. We also tested Koss KSC75 last time, and I said it was impressive in its own right. And that becomes more true when we use this with the desktop. I think it is the one all rounder. It works well with the phone, does amazingly well. If you have a 3.mm jack on the phone, automatically it will fit. But if you have USB-C only, then you will need the converter from USB-C to 3.5mm jack. and it still performs well with that. And if you add a DAC, then it becomes a beast. It has potential. It is full of potential, and you can safely use it on a phone. It won't give you the quality as good as Tangzu Waner 2 on the phone, but it will give you like 90% or 95% of that quality, which is very close. Unless you are like audiophile like me, who is very picky, nitpicky, then you will be like, yeah, I will instead use Tangzu Waner 2 on the phone. But on a desktop, it performs equally well, which I think you have to thank its 30 titanium driver. Because it has a bigger driver, the other two have smaller driver, like 10 That makes a whole lot of difference on a PC. And it is also a headphone. It may look funny, but it is a headphone. It's a clip-on headphone. So it automatically performs better on the PC. There are some caveats for someone who has some hearing aid, isn't able to hear loud sounds. Sorry. Isn't able to hear sounds loudly. Then this one we have to use at 100% volume on computer. And that is very acceptable range for listening to music or watching movies. At 100%, you will not feel like it is hurting your ears or it is loud. But when you add a DAC to it, it becomes much louder than you will have to hear only at 50%. And that gives you flexibility in games, so you can make it louder to hear those footsteps, which are very precise in this set. Very crisp and very precise, that you can pinpoint the enemies by their footsteps. You will move in that direction, and the enemy should exactly be where you heard it on this Koss KSC75. So that's amazing. I mean, you have nothing to worry with that. So for gaming, I would say 10 out of 10. For music, it does also amazing. It has a very good bass. It has good treble extension. It has, the vocals are crisp and clear. You will hear them. Like nothing is muffled. They're just very sharp and crisp and pleasing to ears. So on desktop, it works like charm. I'd say for music, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. And for movies also, it does well. It's not cinematic. It's not overly dramatic, like in the songs. Sorry, in the songs of in the movies like King Kong versus Godzilla. You will have those beasts jumping, thumping. You know what I mean. And those big heavy sounds with those cinematic effects. Yeah, you might not get that here, because of course this is not a Dolby Digital 5.1 surround system. This is a stereo headphone, and it does the job for the stereo headphone as it should. It's only $25. So whatever it is giving in sound quality for music, movies, and games, it's tremendous. Highly recommended. So this is the actual winner if you own a desktop or a laptop, and if you also want to use it on a phone. So all-rounder winner is Koss KSC75 for this review. That's my final take on it, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you like the video, click like button, and also please subscribe to the channel. That helps us startup YouTubers. I mean, that's only a tap. You don't even have to pay for it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great day.